Welcome to day 2 of the Crossfront Sew Along. Today we're sewing steps 1 through 4. I'll link in the description where you can find the sewing pattern. Step 1 is sewing a bottom band to each front bodice. Take a bottom band and fold it in half lengthwise. Place the band on top of the front bodice, right sides together and raw edges together so the fold of the band will be pointing up. Pin together along the raw edges, stretching the band evenly as you go. Sew together with a stretch stitch, like a lightning stitch on a sewing machine. I'm using my serger for this one, gently stretching the band as I sew. Repeat for the other side. Pressing the seam up and top stitching is optional, but it really elevates the final garment. Skip step 2 if you're doing a solid back bodice. With the back bodice right sides together with the back skirt, pin together along the waistline and sew with a stretch stitch. Step 3 is sewing the shoulder seams. Place front bodices on top of the back bodice, right sides together. Pin together at each shoulder and sew in place. Step 4A, we're sewing the neckband together in the middle to make one long band. Place neckband pieces right sides together, then fold both in half lengthwise so that you have 4 layers of fabric and sew the short end. Turn the band right side out and set to the side for now. Mark the center of the back bodice neckline. You can find this by bringing the shoulder seams together and then pinning the fold. Mark the midpoint of the neckline on each of the front bodice pieces as well. You can find this by folding them in half towards the center back. Now mark the quarter points along the neckband. You can find this by folding each end of the neckband in towards the center seam and marking the folds. Place the neckband over the bodices and match up all of the clips and repin. The raw edges should all be together and the fold should point away from the neck opening. I like to add a few more pins so that I know I'm stretching the band evenly as I sew. With a stretch stitch, you're going to sew along the entire neckline just like you did the previous band, stretching the band gently as you sew. Be careful not to stretch the bodices underneath as you do this. And more bonus points for the optional pressing and top stitching. Nice work. I'll see you next time for steps 5 through 10.